Hey, I'm Steve, also known as TerraMantis, and recently I was invited by Bandai Namco to attend a PvP event for Dark Souls 3 The Ring City. In my time at Namco, I played through much of the Ring City's DLC, fought a new boss, and tried many new weapons and miracles, but the majority of my time with the DLC was spent in the new arena matchmaking and PvP modes of Team and Brawl battles. And in this video, we're strictly going to take a look at the arena PvP and new weapons and miracles showcased at the event. So it should be noted that there are more weapons and spells in the Ring City than what will be shown here. Alright, so first and foremost, the most important aspect PvP-wise to the Ring City is the addition of PvP matchmaking and the ability to make customized matches. Here, with the use of a password system, you can easily group up to compete in competitive PvP, and there are two new modes to do so. First of all, there's Brawls, which are free-for-all arena battles, meaning matches with 2, 4, or 6 players can face off against one another, and the single person to attain the most overall kills in the allotted time is the victor. And next, there are team matches. In this mode, teams of 2v2 and 3v3 can join together or at random to face off against a team of equal size. And at the end, the team with the most positive overall kills is the victor. Now, these modes are pretty straightforward, but man, I gotta tell you, the chaos of 6-man free-for-all compared to the strategic nature of something like 2v2 complement completely different ideas of play. Now, in addition to the different modes, there's also 2 new PvP maps being added as well, the Rooftops and the Archdragon Ruins. Now, it's definitely worth noting that all of these PvP modes and maps are not exclusive to the Ring City. If you own any Dark Souls 3 DLC at all, you'll gain access to all of this stuff. Alright, so now that that's out of the way, let's talk about what is exclusive to the Ring City. Let's take a look at a few of the weapons and miracles coming March 28th. First of all, there were 2 new miracles shown, which are Lightning Arrow and Projected Heal. As for weapons, there's the Lothric Banner, a spear capable of casting a party-wide damage buff. There's also the Dragonhead Shield, which can block, but was mostly used to spam fanning fire.
Oh my god. It's too good.
There's the Ring Knight Straight Sword, and the Double Tower Shield makes a return. Now, miracles being a personal franchise favorite for myself, I found them to be weak and underwhelming in Dark Souls 3rd installment to say the least. But in these PvP matches though, I found the miracles to be invaluable. Projected Heal is like a mid-force, but instead of pushing someone, the wave heals friendly targets, and as you can see here, I was trying to troll my team by healing Peeve from the enemy team as we were trying to kill him, and much to my dismay, it did not work. So yes, it definitely only affects friendly targets. Also, the lightning arrow can be held until release, so it's not just a joke to dodge like every other miracle in the game. A mistimed roll can be punished by a well-timed arrow. It still doesn't really hit that hard, but it feels much more viable in PvP just because of the fact that you can actually hit people with it. Now, as for weapons, many of them seem to have been created with these group battles in mind. The Dragonhead Shield has fanning fire breath covering a large area. The Ring Knight Straight Sword has a weapon art that extends the blade and has wide sweeping strikes. Also, its combo is confirmed to lock an opponent in for 4 total hits if the initial attack connects.
I used to do it.
There you go.
And then that was the full 6-hit combo.
Additionally, the Lothric Banner has a team-wide damage buff for its weapon art, empowering all nearby allies. And lastly, the double shield doors can protect a group from attack. So between the sweeping strikes of the Dragonhead Shield and the Ring Knight Straight Sword, which have the potential to hit many enemies at once, and the buffing power of the Lothric Banner and protective nature of the double shield doors, it's pretty plain to see that many of the new items showcased were meant to encourage and affect team or group-wide gameplay. Now, as far as that gameplay is concerned, I personally had a blast with the new PvP modes. Easily being able to jump into a match with 6 friends is a godsend and something that the PvP community has been asking for a very long time. That said, it's still not perfect by any means. I still think when entering a team match of 2v2 or 3v3 that friendly health bars and enemy bars should have differing colors to easily distinguish friend from foe. Then again, this may only be a problem because all of our characters nearly looked identical and were all named DLC 2. Maybe this won't be an issue when in a real home gaming situation. And additionally to that end, I can't speak for connectivity or internet stability in a real home gaming situation when it comes to 6-man brawls or team PvP. Bandai had us all in a small closed network of dev PlayStation 4 systems, so obviously that does not reflect an actual gameplay situation on Dark Souls servers online. Alright, now last but not least, I want to touch base on the 2 new PvP maps. Both the rooftops and the Archdragon ruins have a nice sense of verticality to them, with various points for plunging attacks. They also have bottlenecks, corners for line of sights, and a symmetry to their design. The rooftops also have a curve to the dome-shaped flooring of the primary battlefield, meaning opponents that have the higher ground are actually at a disadvantage because their attacks can easily swing over the intended target. Instead of seeing it as a flaw in the design, I tended to think of it more as something to be mindful of as an environmental situation. I tried to use the decline to my advantage. Really though, that's about it. The additions of Arena PvP coming to a DLC near you are not perfect. There's still tweaks and alterations that could improve the arena system. It definitely could still use some work, but overall, these are the first major steps needed toward making a true competitive arena PvP a reality. Tournaments can be held, teams can be measured against one another and easily matched together. Friends can duel without outside interference, and when you're not in the mood for something structured, you can jump into the chaos of a brawl. And overall, I had a great time with the new PvP features. The new weapons and spells are a blast, but that's in a very structured setting. We all have the same gear, the same weapons, the same everything. I can't wait to see what it's like when the Ring City gets released to the world. That's when we'll know how it really measures up. Alright guys, leave your questions below and I'll try to answer what I can. All I can say is that don't ask anything about weapon stats because that's like the one thing I promised to not talk about. Alright guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.